Well, hello again. I decided to start my update in the same place so you can see how much of a change it is. All white and very icy. So, anyway, I'm going to walk down to the lake, which is now frozen, and show you what's up there. But yeah, while we're at it, updates for the last week and a half. So, started off with, I remember now, what happened? I'm just trying to think back. Yeah, did a bit of work end of last week, just sorting out stuff. Went to town with the guys, looking at getting a new snow blower for the tractor. Just a bunch of like bits and pieces really, and then around, I think it was Tuesday last week, I developed a rather sore rear end, sore backside. Did a bit of Google diagnosis, as you do, and turns out, by the sounds of it, I had a abscess on my backside, about probably that far under the skin, right near the middle. Hurt quite a bit, but I just put up with it for a few days. But then it started getting a whole lot worse, so I was like pretty much just lying in bed all day in pain, not really enjoying myself. Went to the doctors, they had a look at it and said, well, it's not really big enough to operate on, so take these painkillers and antibiotics and go home. So I did that. And then a few days later, Friday night, I woke up with like real high fever, about 40 degrees, and hot and cold sweats, just really crook, dizzy, just about passed out. So called on a friend who kindly took me down to the hospital, and they operated on it there, which is pretty much local anaesthetic, cut it open, cleaned it all out. Probably the most painful thing I've experienced in years. Very, very uncomfortable and sore, so not fun at all. And yeah, they cleaned all that out, which is, I'm gonna say, agony. Stuffed a bit of like packing in there and kept me in overnight. Gave me a antibiotic drip in the arm, like IV. So yeah, stayed there overnight and then went home the next day. Instantly felt relief from that, like it hurt significantly less, far more comfortable and easier to move and not feel like someone's kicking you in the rear end all the time. So that was good. And then yeah, so spent the last few days just kind of in bed doing a whole lot of not much, because, well, yeah, what else are you gonna do? Hurts a lot. Anyway, that's hence the not much communication or photos or anything like that, because I've been pretty well bedridden and rather fair bit of pain. But yeah, pretty much fine now. I've got a few more appointments where they just kind of check it out, make sure it's all fine, healing up all right and not getting infected. So yeah, that'll be good once that's done with. I'm sick of having a sore rear end and not being able to walk or move or anything. So yeah, that's kind of most of last week's entertainment, or lack thereof. Besides from that, pretty much boring last week. This week, getting a bit more out and about, looking around. Came down to the lake on Saturday afternoon for a bit of a stroll and discovered it's frozen. So I've come back down here now and just spent, I was down here about an hour ago, exploring around. I had the drill, so drilling holes in the ice to check how thick it was. So this is what it looks like. All frozen. All solid, hard ice. It's pretty cool. There's some patch here. You can see I've been causing a bit of havoc. Oh, it's so much fun. Anyway, I'm gonna scoot round to the boat shed here and walk and talk while I go. So yeah, so not really much of a news update. Yeah, I haven't done too much really, just been kind of trying to recuperate and do a whole lot of nothing really, which is kind of annoying me. Hopefully this week we'll get into some more more work and get moving again, get going and start getting the projects happening. Yeah, besides that, other interesting thing is I did some driving this week. My friend dropped me in town twice for the hospital, but then third time she was busy, so I had to drive myself in. So I've got a driving permit from the New Zealand AA Driving Association, so I'm legally allowed to drive, but it's just weird because everything's, you know, left-hand drive vehicle on the right-hand side of the road. It's just like weird. It's yeah, to say the least, quite confusing. And as well as that, the roads over here, they're not very well marked, so it's hard to tell who's giving way to who at the intersections, and there's a bit of a weird rule where you always give way to your right, so you'll just be driving through town and then the person in front of you will just stop and wait for someone to pull out in front of them. It's just weird little rules. Anyway, so yeah, that's been a bit of fun. Been a bit of driving around over here. Bit of freedom though, been to town a few times now on the way to the hospital and back, getting bits and pieces and picking up stuff, so yeah, pretty good to have a set of wheels I can borrow and get out and about. Hang on, look at this. Scoot up the speed. Oh, it's so much fun. I was out here before, hence the marks. Whee! Oh, it's so much fun. The snow makes it a little bit grippy so you can run on it. But then you brake. Just drift. So yeah, anyway, I haven't been too far out because I don't trust it too much, but in here it's about 4 inches thick, so that's pretty safe to walk on. So I've just been scooting around, as you can see, at these tracks everywhere, exploring stuff, and generally causing a muck. It's pretty fun. It's weird though, like it's all just frozen, like shouldn't be able to walk on water, but temporary Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just so weird, it's like all frozen and you can just drive around on like a block of ice. Yeah. Hopefully in the next week we got, I think, a little bit of snow coming tomorrow, but as long as that's not too much, the cold will keep freezing your lake. And it's about 4 inches of ice at the moment. If you get about 5 or 6 inches, you can drive a vehicle on it, like a car. So we're hoping that in January, February, when all the guys for the mission trip come over, we might get an old bomb of a car, chuck a few ice tyres on there, like studded tyres, and do some rallying on the lake. Imagine that, it's just one big flat icy car park to do as many donuts and drifts as you want, and well, not too much to hit. So that'd be pretty cool if we can get out there and have a bit of fun. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. don't really think there's that much else to say really, so yeah, I shall keep you updated. I'll put a few little clips in of the hospital, me in the hospital gowns and bed with the IV and all that stuff for your doctor and nursey friends who like all that stuff. And I'll tuck a few clips in as well of the ice here, me skating around in it, being a goon for your entertainment. Yep, other than that, I think that's about it for me, so goodbye. Let's try this way. Okay, I'm back again. Oh. Time for some point of view skiing. Yeah, let's go this one. Oh, that's fun. And back again. Ah. Oh, that's good. Had the operation. They cut it open, cleaned it all out, like a wall, all tensed up and sweating, and then they've packed it with like a antibacterial packing, and they're gonna maybe do MRI tomorrow and have a look. But yes, I've got my little room here. I'm sharing with one other person. Got some clothes, bed outside, so yes, all good. See, another one bites the dust. It's cold. So, I'm just on my way to the hospital again for another stab session. Getting the old sore point cleaned out. So yeah, just drove myself to town, walking through Mikili now, freezing cold, pretty like -3, -4, on my way to the hospital. Alright, I'm back like 10 minutes, pretty short, stabbed and dabbed, we'll let me go again. So just gotta chill out for the weekend and then back again on Monday for another round of poking and pain. Fun. Anyway, off to the shops now, do some nosing around. So, I just spent 5 minutes driving around the block, trying to find a park. I went up to where I was going to go, couldn't find a park, so I turned around and came back again. And parked in like the exact same spot. Well, yeah, that's where we're going. Just down Main Street. Good shops. So this place isn't pretty, isn't it? Look at it. I certainly know how to build shops over here. That's incredible.